Hello and welcome back. It's been a few days. I know. I know. A lot of stuff has been going on. Namely, the release of the sequel for this game, which I plan on doing a miniature series on. So what with juggling a Caves of Cud tutorial series and this and the sequel. There's a lot of things going on, and then there's also things like loot rascals, which I'd like to continue doing, and Spelunky multiplayer. There's just a lot of balls in the air, So you hear the chime of a tiny bell. Last time, I left in fairly low spirits about Adom. I'll be honest. Can I leave? No. Oh, I see. I have to. I thought I could leave. I thought one of these commands would be the leave button. Oops. So, what are we hoping to achieve? Well, we can look at our quests. Ask you to slay the sheriff in Terreno. Ask you to slay the healer in the small dungeon. We're not doing either of those. I don't plan on playing the bad guy. Venture to the western Draculor chain and enter the Caves of Chaos to locate the source of evil. Tiny girl in Terreno pleaded you to find the dungeon to the northeast of Terreno near the pass to the Draculor chain. Asked you to bring back her puppy from the dungeon. Now we all know how that's gonna go. It's gonna go badly. So honestly, I'd like to almost just like explore a little bit, just to maybe get to know the wild dogs. Fight? Sure, let's fight them. Wild dogs shouldn't be too bad, right? We have our sling. Very hungry. Oh, that's right. We left in a pretty bad way, didn't we? Rock. We want our rock. Gonna pick up our rock. And if there's a dog, are these feral dogs? Large dog. These are not feral dogs. Give items. No. I want to get items. There's stuff on the floor, is there not? Bundle of arrows. Oh, that's nice. So, I'm trying as best as I can to become competent at this game. This is a process, as you know. Please give me a corpse. Okay. Give item to something. I swear G was the button to take items from the ground. Or get items. So am I wrong? Hold on. Game settings. Customization. Okay, there's no like easy expert settings. No, that's not it. What I should do is look up my commands button. Sorry about this. I swear that G was the button to take items. You know what? That's from Caves of Cud, isn't it? Dern. Okay. That's just me being silly again. Is it enter? Useful actions. Oh, enter tells me useful things, actually. Use class power. Pick up items is P. Yeah, I want to pick up the rock. Yep. I actually do. I'm not being totally facetious. So I think the dogs are dead. They did not give us a corpse. So we're in a very bad way, starving. We're actually gonna die if we don't if we're unable to buy some food. I dropped my money for the dwarf because I thought maybe that they would do something for me, and they didn't. They did nothing for me, and it's possibly going to destroy this run, which is really funny for you. You, the viewer. Munch, munch. Can I use that? You don't want your... Okay. Let me try... What happened? I died. That was literally my, I guess, my only option, my only chance to try and recover. Dang, what a way to start playing this game, is to just kill my run. Okay, let's do another run. We're gonna do male. I heard that troll was actually very good. Someone was telling me that it was like troll healer is excellent. So let's try that. Troll healer. Month of the Raven. Harder to trick by deceptions. Messengers will reach you faster. You are faster. Companions are more powerful. I didn't know you could have companions. You have brown hair, black eyes. Your parents traveling, adventures. Okay. My name is going to be Trollgar because I am very original. I have an amazing active imagination. Okay. So let's go ahead and enter our starting dungeon. Handle. Feel that life is rife with new experiences to make. We're going to go ahead and do our auto explorer. Do I have a throwing or missile weapon? I don't have, but I have a stethoscope. Okay. Oh, wow. That was a big damage I just did. I should see what tactics I'm using right now. I think I want to be very aggressive. All right. So the new Adom is out, Caverns of Chaos. There are very apparent differences. But there are also some very apparent similarities. I invite you to, when you finish watching this, if you are, enjoy my content, maybe check out the Caverns of Chaos. I'm gonna call it a short playthrough because the game is very early in its development and it's very obviously missing some key elements. But all the same, it's a very pretty game, and I'm keen to do some content on it. Loaf of Hearthling bread discovered. But all the same, this I know that this game has been kind of heralded. Is that the right word? As being like a roguelike classic, and I wanna make sure I get what I can out of it. What is this? Is this an altar? An ancient, lawfully aligned altar. Wondering what I can do. O to sacrifice. Oh, 0 to sacrifice. No. Is it capital O? Oh, there we go. Select an item to sacrifice. What would a neutral or lawful god would like? They'd like a loaf of bread. Seems to be unconcerned. Okay. Well, good. Unconcerned is better than angered, Okay, let's leave that. You know what? We're just gonna kick it open. Oh, wood is actually very good. I've found. If I want to use a bow and arrow, then it's actually quite useful to have a moderately wounded. So I think trolls in D&D, and I do I have to occasionally voice my knowledge of D&D because it is it's useful knowledge occasionally. The trope is sometimes a useful thing because it means that your knowledge from one series, franchise, medium can kind of carry over to another. I know my knowledge of trolls is that they have regenerative abilities. They can revive. They actually like grow their flesh back, as you know, kind of. And their one weakness in D&D, spoilers, is that they are quite weak to fire. That is to say that fire is one of the few things that can combat their regenerative trait. Tasty. So, as long as we stay away from fire, we should be good. But also, it means that if we take some damage, that's totally fine. We're a troll. We can thwomp. I'm totally game, honestly, to roll as a you know, a broken build in this game, because the game is brutal to the extent of like kind of not playing fair. I know I've voiced this before. I'm just gonna say this one last time. I'm not a huge fan of generating, like, games generating monsters. I think that that's kind of a cheat. But I'm gonna forgive it, because you know what? That's sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. So I mean, foobar. Oh wow, we have a. I expect great things from that scroll. If the game is going to spawn enemies, you know, wherever, whenever, then I think it's all fair if we play a little dirty ourselves. So concentration, find weakness, first aid. First aid might be good. Haggling, healing. Oh, you know what? That's fine. We have gemology. I'm not sure what gemology is good for, but I'm sure we'll find out. Maybe. That's another thing, is like finding out stuff. I feel like this is a game I should constantly have a guide open for. Let's just like look at our useful actions. Read. Continuous search for hidden stuff. Is it WS? Drop something. Pray. Dip. Oh yeah, dip is, I think, kind of important. Extended wait. Can we press this? You check your surroundings. Okay, so we can use this stuff. Read, we can read our scroll. I don't want to do that. View all important PC data. Okay, I don't want to do that, maybe. So, you know, roguelikes are notoriously kind of, I wouldn't say opaque, but they carry with them a lot of hidden knowledge. And you know, a lot of games that are built on your dexterity, you know, skill, your skill to avoid, dodge, you know, your I guess your dexterity as a player, like your platform, shoot. Roguelikes challenge something different, and it's not something necessarily that you can immediately be good at, and it is they challenge your ability or your knowledge of the game itself. You know, like I had a discussion with one of my stream partners, stream mates, sure, about like meta progression, and it's like, and you know, the interesting thing about roguelikes is they also technically have a meta progression, and that is you, the player, have carry over knowledge from one game to another. I think we're done here. I wonder if there's a legitimacy to just like staying in a dungeon and grinding for a little bit. See, this is one of those things that I'm not a huge fan of. I know I'm saying it again, sorry. But the fact that, you know, I have to go to the bottom of this dungeon, and then climb back up and then fight monsters both ways is kind of demoralizing a little bit. Okay, well we're gaining skills, and that's the important thing. But yeah, no, our knowledge as the player is actually much more important than maybe anything else in a roguelike. Like, you know, it's a weird thing, but I think that in a roguelike, or traditional roguelike, your ability to be tactical is actually not that important. Not as important as your knowledge of, like, you know, items, the environment, the enemies. Like, you know, it's much more much more likely to carry you through a combat. You have completed the quest to find Tarino. Okay, so we're gonna talk to people. T? No. What is... Oh man, okay. Recall monster memory? Oh, is that a thing? I'm interested in that. What do you want to remember? Troll. Don't know anything about that. Oh, okay. Apply skill. Continue to search for stuff, drop something. Wait. I don't want to do that. I want to kick. Chat with monster. Okay, well, okay, that's... No more turnips today, your worship. I'll be sold out. Okay. Very good. Welcome, you can pick up any wares. Yeah, yeah. Is it just C? Am I overcomplicating this? To talk to people? You feel hungry. Let's eat something. No. We'll eat a ration. Trolls seem to get hungry very quickly, I'm noticing. No. What is the button to talk with people? Is it like why is this so complicated? Apply a skill. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. See the chat. Okay. Plagued by monsters. Ugh. That's all I'm gonna say is ugh. Chat roaming. The raider is roaming the countryside. He's a nasty raider on the pillage. Slay him and you'll receive a nice reward. Nice. So I've now accidentally used one of my praise, which is like possibly one of the my best resources, kind of gone, but it's fine. It is what it is. Walk to the northwest and retrieve one of the best. Okay, we're just gonna explore. I am gonna buy some rations. Yeah, I'm wondering if one of the downfalls of trolls is that they get hungrier faster, because that would make sense. Yeah, I know. So we're gonna pick up some rations. Be careful with that. Yeah, I understand. Large ration. How much money do I have? Or how much stuff am I carrying? 64 gold pieces. I'm realizing that, yeah, I'm hungry again. Man, trolls. Whoever told me that trolls were easy, you neglected to mention the fact that they're also really like hungry all the time. How many? Okay. Heap of bandages, wooden sticks. Okay, now we're gonna pay for our goods. Pay all items. I'm just saying, you know, pay some items shouldn't be an option. That's not good. Okay. So we're gonna go over here to our first dungeon, and we're gonna womp. And I'm gonna do as much as I can to ensure that we don't have to use our rations. I'm basically going to eat every corpse I find, except for like maybe kobolds. Because I understand that kobolds are bad, and feral dogs are bad. Okay, cool. This is the dungeon of many doors. We're gonna eat that. Short sword. Should I probably what I am using right now is the best thing for me. So I'm going to continue using that until it is no longer the best thing for me. When is that? I don't know. Could be any time. It'll be obvious when it is time. Yo, but that could be good. Metal cap. Yes. And you know what? I've just committed an Adom sin because I believe putting on equipment that you aren't sure, like you don't know if it's cursed or not, is actually really bad. But we're gonna do it, and I think that it was you know, oh my god. Okay. This is gonna be great, actually. Let's do find weakness. And literacy, mining, maybe haggling? No, let's do food preservation. And athletics. I have no idea what skills are important. I should honestly look up specifically that. But this is kind of incredible. Crude knife. How many? Heap of 4 rocks. Heap of 3 corpses. We're gonna pick up all of those corpses. There's lots of rocks here. Crude knives. We're picking up all the corpses. So that's about it for this dungeon. And that served exactly the correct purpose for us, which is to provide us with some monsters to safely defeat in an orderly fashion and level up so that we might, you know, progress. So that's very good. But I guess we're actually not done. We're gonna eat that giant rat corpse. We're just gonna carry on. We're not eating cobalt corpses. Don't worry about that. So if you haven't seen New Caverns of Chaos, or Adom Caverns of Chaos, it looks really good. I kind of hope it becomes a staple for roguelikes. As much as I actually do appreciate this style of roguelike, you know, this is still nice in comparison to how crude roguelikes can be, which is the ASCII art, which I know some people are cool with too. And you know what, honestly, I will eventually play one that has the ASCII art. But as much as this is still an improvement, I still welcome further improvement to the traditional roguelike genre, if only to encourage, you know, make it more accessible for people and bring more people into the genre. I know the roguelite is very popular. It's become basically the love child genre of the video, you know, indie games community, and that's fine. It's just not for me. And you know, a lot of people have like shown their frustration or been outspoken about their frustration when it comes to the fact that roguelike doesn't mean what it's supposed to mean anymore. So that's why, you know, we have traditional roguelike now. And now I've noticed in the Steam tags, like under traditional roguelike, we're now starting to see some games that are kind of traditional roguelikes, but not really. So expect a huge wave of angry people about that. I kind of get it, to be honest. I haven't done a video on it, but you know, eventually I would like to maybe do a video about my thoughts on why does it matter if something is a roguelike or not, basically. Why does that matter? I've talked about this in the past, so I'm not going to beat this drum too much right now. But anyway, why was I talking about this? Well, I mean, oh, that's an interesting creature. Gelatinous cube. First thing you'll notice when a gelatinous cube is nearby is a total lack of any plant life or organic debris in the area. Gelatinous cubes are almost translucent with sometimes a slight green coloring. If you're lucky, the cube will have some pieces of its last meal inside, or you'll be able to see it. So take a good close look at those floating skulls. Okay, well, let's kill it. Dead. You know, the roguelite genre has become very popular. This is what I was trying to, you know, what I was getting at. But I think there needs to be more love for the traditional roguelike genre. Which is a weird thing to say. Oh, it's dark down here. Used up wielding two-handed. Well, I guess I'm done in this dungeon because I can't go down there unless I have a torch or something. There's no night vision mutation, so I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. There's a lot. Ooh, oops. There's a lot of games willing to be like, you know, embrace the fast-paced nature of the roguelite genre, but traditional roguelikes don't really have the same level of like, let's make this kind of modernize this a little bit. And I'm not talking about adding meta progression. I'm talking about making it look really pretty and trying to add that depth to it. I've talked about that before. I mean, the reason they don't add pretty graphics to them is because then you would spend more time focusing on the graphics than you would adding the kind of depth of mechanics that, you know, we've come to expect from traditional roguelikes. So I'm gonna buy some more food. I think I can afford both of these. No, I can't. Backpack. We basically just need to make sure that we always have food on us, like a ridiculous amount of food. We gotta make sure we eat pretty much everything, and just keep sated as much as possible. So what did this guy was telling me about something? The raider's still roaming the countryside. Nasty raider out on a pillage. Slay him and you'll receive a nice reward. Okay, let's try and do that on the next episode. Yo, bait and switch. I'm getting good at this. I'll see you guys next time. If you're enjoying this series, go ahead and hit the like button and consider subscribing to my content if you're new to it. And, you know, I'm going to keep trying my best with this game. We're going to see if we can't kill a raider. I think we have a better chance with that than going into the ant dungeon where the dog is. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.